Hi kids, it's Grumpy. Let's read a book. Hi kids, it's Grumpy. Let's read a book. We're going to continue reading in the VeggieTales New Testament Bible storybook with Bob and Larry and all their friends. Okay, we just read that story about being scared and Jesus walking on water. That was kind of cool. Now let's see what's going on here in this story. There's Junior Asparagus and Larry. Hi there. Today I saw two bikes crash, smack, right into each other. It was a disaster, but what could I do? First of all, I'm a busy guy. I have dance lessons and hairbrushes to find. There's my yodeling, my Seabus, and my duckies. And don't forget that I'm a pirate who doesn't do anything, so how can I possibly help them? Junior had the answer. He remembered a very special story. I bet it's this one right here. The Story of Flibber-o-Loo. And there's Junior with a pot on his head instead of a baseball cap. And a wind-up lobster? Alright, this is the story of Flibber-o-Loo. Let's see what shenanigans they get into, huh? Okay, the town to the west thought it was best. There's Larry with a shoe on his head. That's quite a hat. A shoe. Really? Okay. Here's the story. Okay, in a town to the west called Flibber-o-Loo, they thought they were the best because they wore a big shoe. But those to the east in Jibber-de-Lot disagreed with these folks and instead wore a pot. Till a shoe-headed boy and his blue plastic friend went for a walk down a slope. Round a bend, and three shifty crooks jumped out from a rock. They knocked off his shoe, then they knocked off his sock. Now Larry's upside down. But the thing they did next was extremely unfunny. Why, they shook him so hard that he dropped his milk money. But they didn't care. They'd accomplished their goal. They put our friend down and stuck his head in a hole. Wow. Things looked pretty grim for our Flibbian buddy. His head in a hole, his shoe bent and muddy. But then there were these footsteps. Oh, could it be true? Along came the mayor of Flibber-o-Loo. The mayor. Oh, that must be the mayor and a nurse with their shoes on their head. Oh dear, said the mayor, observing the shoe, a fellow in need, and he's Flibbian too. I'm very important, I'm noteworthy too. Why, I am the mayor of Flibber-o-Loo. I seem to have fallen, I seem to be stuck, said the Flibbian boy. Well, I guess I'm in luck. Then a Flibbian doctor said, out of my way, I have things to do, I simply can't stay. That must be the doctor. Oh, it was dreadful. How could they desert their Flibbian friend with his head in the dirt? That's it then, I'm finished. I'll die here down under. If they would not help me, then who would? He wondered. Then the boy with the pot saw a friend with the shoe. Oh, look, he exclaimed, he's from Flibber-o-Loo. He looked at our friend and he looked at the shoe, and then in his heart he knew what to do. We're busy, shockingly busy. That's those people saying that. There's Junior with the pot on his head. Okay, let's see if he helps him. God made us special, and now I can see if you're special to him, then you're special to me. There's Larry with some cuts and bruises, huh? And then there's Junior with the pot on his head. He may be Flibbian, that's plain to see, but God made him special just like he made me. So he got him unstuck, and he picked up his shoe, and together they walked back to Flibber-o-Loo. They went to a doctor, quite shocked by his pot. The Flibbian's friend was from Jibber-de-Lot. The boy with the pot paid the cucumber's bill. The Flibbians? They were touched by his goodwill. If this little guy can take care of his brother, why can't we all try to help one another? So today, if you visit the mountains of Flibble, you won't see a shoe or a pot. Instead, they throw flowers and candy to nibble. I bet that you'd like it a lot. I bet you'd like that a lot. Okay. When you love your neighbor, loving means lending a hand. And it looks like those two different places are starting to be better towards each other. Got rid of those hats and pots, and now throw flowers and candy. And we all know that candy, you know, it's pretty good stuff. Oh, that's the end of this story. Well, let's see. I might have time to read. Yep. All right, let's read a book. We're going to continue reading the stories out of this VeggieTales New Testament Bible storybook because they're awesome. Y'all liking them so far? Excellent. Like and subscribe. Okay. The next story in the book is the Bible story. There's Junior Asparagus with a pot on his head. This must be leftovers from the last one. I think this explains that story we just listened to from Flibber-o-loo, whatever. Okay, the Bible story. God wants us to help all of our neighbors. It doesn't matter if we're busy or have other things to do. That's why Jesus told a story much like this one. It's called the Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan, selections from Luke 10:30 through 37. Let's see what that has to say. Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho. Robbers attacked him. They stripped off his clothes and beat him. Then they went away, leaving him almost dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road. When he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. A Levite also came by. When he saw the man, he passed by on the other side too. But a Samaritan came to the place where the man was. When he saw the man, he felt sorry for him. He went to him, poured olive oil and wine on his wounds, and bandaged them. Then he put the man on his own donkey. He took him to an inn and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 silver coins. He gave them to the owner of the inn. Take care of him, he said. When I return, I will pay you back for any extra expense you may have. Which of the 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who was attacked by robbers? The authority on the law replied, the one who felt sorry for him. Jesus told him, go and do as he did. When he saw the man, he felt sorry for him. He took him to an inn and took care of him. Well, that was excellent. Okay. Thanks, Junior. We all need to be reminded that God wants us to love our neighbors. We all have other stuff we want to do, but loving each other is the most important thing. So Junior and I scrounged round and found some bike tires and a couple of wrenches and even an unopened box of chocolate cookies. We're heading over to help those guys who had that big bike crash. We can love others by following God's lead because God made you special and he loves you very much. And here's the verse on the computer. And there's Junior and there's Larry with a bike tire. And this says, I give you a new command. Love one another. You must love one another just as I have loved you. And that's John 13, verse 34. Oh, okay, well that's the end of this story. We'll start up another video with the next story. And until then, be excellent.